Welcome back to another episode of Data Life, where we have lost 90% of the cast, being made into spirits by Mia. She has taken it upon herself to remove them from this world as well. Separating the character and their powers rather forcefully by means of some sort of arterial perforation. Yeah, that's visual. But how's Shiro going to take it all in once he realizes what's actually happened out there while he's been distracted by Isaac and the rest? But can't get any worse from here, right? Right? Unless the entire continent gets destroyed, but we'll have to find out. So strap yourself in, grab a drink, so we can watch more Data Live. I'm both expecting the worst and some sort of turnaround for it all, but considering this is episode 8, probably more despair for at least a little while. Can't sleep yet. Need to fight back against literal death. Actually having herself as a voice of kind of continuance, rather than sinking into non-existence or something. Interesting, especially when we've already seen her go in verse and that's the personality, etc. Is this heaven? Whereas she wasn't granted that pleasantry. I mean, having the Are they? I just assumed that everyone was human after that, or it was revealed. And just forgot about their existence beforehand. Let's not delve too deeply into their history and the families they left behind, etc. Then why is she different? Why is she the only one that is left in this kind of limbo? She is special. Or there's a one and only Toga. The fact that she is who she is. Much like Mio, is she actually like pure spirit? Which could mean we're setting up a devastating finale where everyone is saved except one. If the power of spirits and everything is removed from the equation. As far as kind of omnipotence and all-powerfulness that the Mio is being portrayed as here, apart from obviously the weakness to Shin himself, what's going to be the downfall? Is it just going to be Shido's silver tongue? And the sooner we can move away from this pastel prison, the better. Get back to some kind of more neutral tones. I mean, if nothing else, Toka takes things on the chin a lot and rolls with it. Not much you can do. Rather than being worm food, there's something that she can actually do about it. Should at least... Taking the words out of my mouth there. At least put up a fight, not just let it all happen. Because she cares for Shido just as much. She might as well help out. I am you, you am I. I art thou. Whatever the sentence is. She could have, yeah, just left her drifting in endless nothingness. But still, the rising cascade music in the background for this. Can they go together? Does that work? If only we could all have a pleasant conversation with ourselves. Wonder what I'd say. And yeah, if he's fallen into despair already and giving up on the situation, it was just an unfortunate eventuality of her plan. I mean, no matter how bad it is, surely just eliminating the memory so you don't have to remember that everything that he knew is dead isn't exactly a good way out. Zero hesitation. I wondered how they'd bring her back into the fold, actually appearing from the gemstone itself. Death itself can't hold her down. No, he's alive now because you made it out in time. Or still himself now because you made it out in time. And how's Mio going to react to having Toka rebirth herself out from it? I mean, they all stood against her. Just the others had a fatal flaw. There was... I'm alive! A bundle of power and energy and whatnot. being granted consciousness and sentience, fighting back and enjoying bread far too much. Huh. Whereas Toka was granted one. I mean, it could just be a fact that they picked their own names or other circumstances or whatnot, but I guess it makes sense. And that would also explain Toka's memories of what it was in between being in the mortal plane. If she is pure spirit, just gone back to energy and non-existence, yeah, you wouldn't exactly remember much. Nice camera move. Kind of simplistic in the attack pattern, but if it bleeds, we can kill it. If she can damage some of the her shawl there, it means there's a way forward. If she can't control this space as well as she thought. Does that mean also, as a pure spirit being, that Toka would have some sort of control over this this world? Or Shadow himself is like, you know what? Just warp the non-reality. A decent power-up. Also, the sound effects, though, are interesting. Are we going to get Shido with his own Sandophon come in at this pivotal moment? Maybe not the Sandophon, but bring in the others, even if though they are dearly departed. I didn't expect the kind of... It's not a final battle because we're on episode 8, but confrontation with Mio to be taking place in a non-Euclidean space with checkerboard pattern. And things that we've seen multiple times over, but picking up a use or two, a skill or two. I mean, not the first character I've seen to don golden armor. No, not the... it's not the Flower of Instant Death. Might just be a flesh wound, but... Well, that was some smooth animation, even if it only caught out of the corner of my eye. Unfortunately, the Erd tree in the background, while being more than a tree, it's a visualization of her actual power there. Not bright light. Okay then. Is that what the inverse was saying about just removed the consciousness entirely? Huh. If it ignores all logic, then I'll just bring her back. Just usurp the power of the angel. I mean, pushed into a corner where she does that, is he immediately going to break again? Was the little interlude there with Tokka standing up against her despite complete erasure? There's the fight in him. And gonna get a quick rundown of all of the powers used in unison. I mean, kind of, but he... Did they save the budget for that rap animation? Even if he can't control his limbs. Just in time. Talking of time, of course. I think she was, but does that mean it was the right one? Or... something that she herself didn't even practice all too much. So the original may be dead, but this body hasn't quite recognized that yet. Aha. And what is this elegant task going to actually achieve? I mean, it's incredibly kind of clever, sending yourself into the future despite your own death. Give Shido another fighting chance. How many, attempts is he going to get? And if this is just a clone and not possessing all of the original power, etc., how much can she do other than just hold off her for a moment and give him some very needed advice? The final charge of the Light Brigade. Well, that was cool. Didn't really... No. But, much like Tokka's final charge and the importance that was imbued into him just now was more than the actual actions against Mio. Obviously doesn't understand the human heart all too well. I mean, if only you could have realised it sooner, you might have saved yourself some heartache. Good thing she's letting him go through all of the names. This... Okay. Well, how much time does he have loaded into this power? More time shenanigans. Is this where you're having trouble sleeping and then... Ah, fuck, does Toka come in a second? True. Something seems a little odd here. I got the situation correct, at least. No longer reduced to nothingness. Yeah, some of the animation seems so smooth and genuine compared to other scenes. Like, obviously that one needed it. It was a terrible dream. Probably had cheese before bed. See, big fake outs like everyone dying just to rewind time, started again. If it was on episode 10 or something they pulled this off, I'd be a little annoyed. But back a few where we got some more now, you can pull off a full plan instead of just immediate success. I'm okay with it. Plus, I kind of imagine something of the ilk, or using the power of the illogical to bring shit back into existence. Her presence alone saved everything. In more ways than one. Confront the source. Good idea, I guess. I mean, if all goes well, there's no need for the immediate fallout from it all. But then again, she is after the memory of this Shinji instead of who he is now, so is it going to work out? It's just a thin facsimile of who she's yearning for. But if he still has the ability to seal shit and get powers from it, having, what's it, Ein or something, if on board, But I think that pretty much everything, obviously there's several stages of it, but a huge catalyst in this is just someone had a little itchy trigger finger. Not magic, not spirit powers or anything. It was just Isaac going, oh yeah, you're annoying now, kid, and shoots him in the back. Without that, you'd probably be able to reclaim Mio and whatnot without all of this going on. Obviously, time powers being one of the whole entire thing with the spirits. Suddenly, 11th hour. That is kind of really dumb, but I like it. Right at the 11th hour, the symbology there isn't lost on me, but still, sending a fragment of herself into the future, into an unknown quantity, into a almost certain death, because, well, if the main body goes down, what's a clone going to do? But if nothing else, to drop a important bit of wisdom to him. He had won. He had obtained that that needed kiss and power. Why not use it when needed most? Start again. And I think even if he does let it slip a little and let his guard down, and kind of catches on. Hang on a sec, why are you acting like this out of nowhere when you're supposed to be getting ready for a big battle or something? What's going on? Maybe she'll be okay with it. Yeah. Well, this is a interesting development in plans. But what now? If we know they can be taken out so easily that it's almost not worth fighting back, going in on a different route, it's like, cool, we know that doesn't work, so we'll go in a non-combat mode. Try a date. I don't think it's going to immediately get me able to change her outlook on all of things and give up her plans and bring back her beloved, but maybe it will get her to shift views on who to go up against, at least. If she can pit herself against Isaac right now, it's like, you're the origin of all of these issues, take the anger out there, then we can talk about things properly. Or who knows, maybe the date itself is going to work, you're just going to end it with a kiss and, haha, I got your powers now. No takesy backsies. Crap. Kind of want to see the negative world, the world of illogical nothingness, which just turned into a chessboard, really. At least have a pinball machine or something in there. Still, if you've enjoyed this episode, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out future uploads, and of course, join onto my Discord for news, notifications, memes, and anything that gets recommended on YouTube that people find interesting sometimes. But all in all, don't push yourself too hard. Get some rest. Hopefully I can see you for the next one. I really hope I'm wrong about the whole spirit being Tolka needing to be a sad note melancholy at the end. Thanks to my patrons seemingly appearing out of nowhere, I've been saved more times than I can care to count. So I do need to thank Sal, HSTR, Darky26, Guado, Kite, Reds Racer, Ultra Pouring, Wolfie Sensei, Zug, and everyone else. For without them, I would probably still be floating in an endless void, and unlike this show, it would be a lot less colourful.